What is happening, YouTube and all you Dolphins fans out there? So today, the position drills at the Combine finally got underway. We had a chance to see the quarterbacks, the wide receivers and the tight ends do their thing out there on the field and just show what kind of an athlete they can potentially be in the NFL. The biggest story heading into the day for a lot of fans and for me was the possibility that Henry Ruggs was going to break the 4.22 record set by John Ross a couple of years ago. Pretty sure it was 2017. Uh, Obviously, that wasn't the case with Ruggs hitting an official 4.27 on his first run and a 4.31 on the second. With Ruggs, I really feel like we didn't see his best run at the Combine, and I really think he's going to run much better than that at his pro day. Um, but man, I tell you that it really was the most exciting moment of the day. For whatever reason, just the possibility of Ruggs breaking the record just had me on the edge of my seat. And yeah, man, I was anxious. I really thought he had a good chance to get it. But obviously, John Ross is a special athlete. But at 4.27, Henry Ruggs is an incredibly fast human being that only helped his draft stock on day one. But after his second run, we did see him on the sideline there with an ice pack on his quad. So hopefully he's all right. But yeah, he wasn't able to take part in the other drills. But man, running a 4.27 was more than enough. We also had a chance to see Jordan Love and Justin Herbert display their talent on the field. So starting here with Jordan Love, I thought that he had a flawless day. Starting with the athletic testing on tape, Love just looks like a plus athlete that just has no trouble evading defenders and getting positive yardage out there on the field with his legs. He backed up what I saw on tape with a 4.74 official 40-yard time, and he also leaped 35 inches in the vertical jump. Very impressive. He's a great athlete. I really didn't expect him to to do that well. He's pretty much a basketball player. He really is Deshaun Watson out there on the field athletically. I thought that he was a bit quicker than Deshaun Watson, but Deshaun ran a 4.66 the combine, so he's not quite as quick as Deshaun, but he's a very similar athlete. On the field, passing drills was where Jordan Love just really made his case as a top 10 pick coming into the April draft. Just every one of his passes was just really close to perfect. It really was just effortless the way the former Utah State quarterback was spinning it out there. The touch and the timing was a beautiful thing to see, and everything arrived on time, and the receivers just barely had to adjust to his throws. And that's something that I saw a ton of watching his tape his last few years at Utah State. He's just an effortless throw of the football that's just got tremendous accuracy, and he's definitely got a strong arm, a really strong arm. I think he'll have no trouble, throwing it 50 yards plus. But it's just the touch is something that's really underrated, and that's something that will carry you a long time in the NFL. And he's definitely got that touch and accuracy. In my opinion, I just really feel like that Jordan Love is an incredibly talented playmaker that's just got all the makings to have success in the NFL. He's really got it all, and could you just imagine what he could possibly turn into if he's got a year to learn behind, a Ryan Fitzpatrick or wherever else he goes. But I'm definitely a fan of him. I'd love to have him on the Dolphins, but if he could just take a year to learn how to be a pro and learn how to prepare, just learn how to attack defenses, I think that with his skill set, I think he's just got a real chance to develop into a similar playmaker to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be Patrick Mahomes. He's not going to have 5,000 yards or 50 touchdowns his first year starting, but who knows, he could. But yeah, I think he's got a special skill set, and if his mistakes are harnessed, he's got a real chance in the league. Don't get me wrong, I feel like Herbert had a great day throwing the football as well, but Love just showed just how effortless and easy it is for him to just throw ropes consistently and throw an easy ball for receivers. Speaking of Justin Herbert, I thought he had a solid showing at the Combine. Athletically, Herbert is an incredible athlete for a man his size. In the 40, he ran a 4.68, much faster than Bills quarterback Josh Allen, who ran a 4.75 at the Combine in 2018. Josh Allen's first 2 years in the league, we've seen what kind of an athlete he is. I mean, his ability to run around is pretty similar to Cam Newton. He's first 4 or 5 years there in Carolina, just big dudes that can really move around the field. And I was surprised Josh Allen ran a 4.75. When I looked up his time, I was expecting him to get below a 4.7, a sub 4.7. But that just shows what kind of an athlete Justin Herbert could potentially be in the league. And I really think that he could dominate the league physically with his legs, just while he learns the NFL, just while he gets comfortable with the passing game and just matures and learns how to attack defenses and dominate throwing the ball through the air. Now, when it comes to his throwing out there on the field at the combine, I think he did pretty well. He showed nice touch as well. Most of his passes were pretty perfect. He led the receiver well and was showing off that strong arm, but just compared to Jordan Love, the accuracy wasn't quite the same. I mean, he did well. He was pretty much flawless, similar to the Senior Bowl. He was great, but just something about the way the ball comes out of Jordan Love's hand and just the way he leads receivers. Herbert just wasn't quite the same quarterback we saw at the combine. I mean, granted, it's not a real game. There's no pressure. There's no offensive line. There's no defenses to read, but it gives you a great chance to see, what kind of touch they can get in the ball and just how the ball comes out of their hand and how they, get their receivers to the spot. But back to Herbert's performance, he did well and definitely solidified himself as, one of the best quarterbacks in this draft. In my opinion, he's the fourth best behind Burrow, Tagovailoa, and Jordan Love. I think that, similar to the Senior Bowl, he solidified himself as a potential top 10 pick. I mean, he could go top 15. I really don't think he's going to get past 15. I think that teams are just going to fall in love with his physical skill set, his huge frame, 6'6", his huge arm, and just his athleticism that he showed, especially today. It's going to be hard for him to get past pick 15. So both guys, Herbert and Love, definitely helped to solidify themselves as first-round quarterbacks in this draft. Jacob Eason, I really didn't think he performed as well as Herbert and Love. He's definitely got a strong arm, but the touch isn't there. Just overall, I'm just not a fan of his game. I mean, he ran a 4.8. I think his first run was a 4.9 or something like that, man. But just, he's an athlete. I'm not a fan of, a huge, statuesque quarterback that's just going to stand there and sling it from the pocket. He reminds me a lot of Joe Flacco. That's my comp. He pretty much is Joe Flacco. He's pretty unathletic, but he's got a hell of an arm. But with today's NFL, that's just not going to cut it. You need a guy that can win from the pocket and outside the pocket. So Jacob Eason, I'm just pretty much meh about his performance. But yeah, I'm sure there's some guys out there that are huge fans of Jacob Eason's game. So moving on to another couple things I saw day one at the Combine. Kelly Bryant had a pretty good 40. The quarterback out of Missouri. He ran a 4.69. He's definitely a pretty athletic guy that could, maybe have a chance as a tight end or a, kind of a gadget guy like a Taysom Hill moving forward. But I mean, to start his career at Clemson, he was a pretty solid quarterback. He did well for them. Played well for a couple of seasons, but, with Trevor Lawrence coming in and just taking over as a true freshman, Kelly Bryant definitely had to transfer to Missouri. Jalen Hurts didn't look too bad out there. He ran a 4.59 and just showed that he's a pretty athletic quarterback. And throwing the ball, he wasn't bad either. As Daniel Jeremiah said, he's got a chance to creep in the second round, or he said that, he doesn't see him getting past the second round, but he looked pretty good out there, but he definitely showed that he's a plus athlete. I mean, he ran the fastest out of, besides Cole McDonald, who ran a 4.58, the quarterback out of Hawaii. Jalen Hurts showed that he's a good athlete. I thought he was going to run like a 4.6, but he definitely showed that he's got some jets on him. So that's pretty much it for my takes on the quarterbacks at the Combine. I mean, of course, it would have been great to see Joe Burrow take part or Tua get out there, but we didn't get those guys, and I thought that Herbert and Love did a pretty good job. So moving on here to another couple of things I saw. Henry Ruggs ran a 4.4. He ran a 4.5 in his second run, but that's exactly what I expected him to run. But Jeudy's just, his best ability is his route running, just the way he violently cuts, his releases, his cutting ability. He's going to tear it up as a route runner, man. He's going to be a tough cover for a lot of guys, and he's the best route runner I've seen since Amari Cooper coming out of Alabama. Devin Duvernay, he ran a 4.39. That was a blazing time. That's exactly what I saw at Texas. He absolutely tore it up, but he's a guy that plays with great physicality as well. So, he's a guy that Dolphins could be looking at, but he definitely helped himself out running the 40 at the combine. Jeudy and Lamb had a pretty good day as well. He ran a 4.5, 34-inch vertical jump. Just like Jerry Jeudy, he didn't take part in the 3-cone. I'm sure that, after the bad 3-cone that DK ran last year, DK Metcalf, I mean, that he was a first rounder, but after, I think he had like a 7.4 or something like that, 3-cone, and that just made him drop all the way to late in the second round. But, he ended up going to the perfect opportunity, the perfect place with Russell Wilson. But I think, the top guys, Jeudy and Lamb, after seeing that huge slide that DK Metcalf went through, they're just deciding not to, do the 3-cone. One of my favorite guys, one of my favorite wideouts, one of my favorite players in this draft is Denzel Mims. He ran a 4.38. He just showed that blazing speed, and just overall, what kind of a freak athlete he is. He had a 35-inch vertical jump. His 3-cone was the best of the day, a 6.66. That is just off the charts. That's just next level athleticism, just next level quickness. And that's exactly what I saw watching his tape at Baylor. He's got amazing speed. Just the way he comes out of his stance, his releases are just next level. And running a 4.3 and 6.66 3-cone, he really is just a next level elite athlete that probably has a chance to go in the second round now after running a 4.3 and confirming the speed that I saw at Baylor. But he's not just a speed guy. As I said in my last video, I'm pretty sure it was my last or the one before, when I was talking about Denzel Mims possibly to the Dolphins. Actually, it was my last mock draft. I ended up taking Mims in the third round because I'm a fan of his overall ability. Because to go along with the amazing speed, he's just a great receiver. His ability to just go up and win 50-50 balls and just making a crazy, amazing catches along the sideline. He's just got elite ability as a receiver, and I really think he made himself a lot of money at the combine on day one. A prospect that created some buzz for himself was Donovan Peoples-Jones. He ran a 4.4, but the most eye-popping event he took part in definitely was the vertical jump. He had a 44.5-inch vertical, and that just confirms what I saw from him at Michigan. I saw him just multiple times a game just go up and make insane catches, and it's just like, holy crap, this guy is talented. But, after seeing him jump 44 inches, that just confirms what I saw. Just a freak athlete that he's a bit of a long strider, and that might affect him as a route runner at the next level. But, just a freak at this size, just throw it up to him and just let him take care of the rest. He's just, a terrific athlete. And he's got 10-inch hands, so he's got massive mitts to catch the football. Jalen Reagor, I thought definitely didn't run as fast as I thought he would. He ran a 4.47, so he's no slouch, but I think just putting on a bit of extra weight definitely affected him. I think he played at like 195 at TCU, or he might have even played it at 190, so he's definitely put on 10 to 15 pounds of muscle, and that definitely affected him. His vertical jump was off the charts, 42 inches, so the extra weight didn't hurt him in that regard. But his 3-cone was a 7.3, so you can wonder what he would have done if he was lighter. But yeah, I think he's still, no matter what, I think he's going to get taken in the second round. He's a explosive receiver that can just take the top of a defense, and who knows, maybe he might lose a few pounds coming into the league. Another prospect, Laviska Shenault Jr., I thought he was going to run much quicker, but at 227 pounds, he ran a 4.58, and just watching his tape at Colorado, this guy is he reminds you a lot of a Deebo Samuel because he can just dominate over the top. He breaks tackles like it's no one's business, and he can carry the ball out the backfield. So he's gonna have to go to the right team. He's gonna have to go to the team that just knows how to use his talents and just knows how to use his explosive ability just to get the ball in the end zone. And yeah, that was a real surprise. I thought he was going to run much quicker, and he's definitely going to fall a bit after running a high 4.5, 4.58. So onto the tight ends here. Not much got me excited or surprised me, but besides Albert O, we're going to call him from Missouri. I'm not quite sure at the moment how to pronounce his last name, but he ran a 4.4 at 6'5", 258 pounds. Yeah, he's a quick dude, and that's definitely going to help him out. He's a guy that was injured a lot at Missouri. He missed a lot of time, to start the draft process in December. He definitely was one of the best rated tight ends, but after his injury history and things like that, he slid in the draft. But who knows? He's definitely made himself some money running a 4.4. He's definitely got great measurables: 34-inch arms, 10.25-inch hands. So he's a guy that he could be a starter or he could be a good backup. So if he stays healthy in the league, who knows? He could transform into a Darren Waller. So in conclusion here, day one of the combine, I really loved what I saw from Jordan Love and Justin Herbert. I mean, they showed a lot of similar things they showed at the Senior Bowl. But really, overall, the combine just showed, what kind of athletes they are. And Justin Herbert is a tremendous athlete, running a 4.68, and Jordan Love ran a 4.74. So they're going to have more than enough speed to do their thing in the league, and they're going to be fine. Henry Ruggs it's confirmed he's fast as hell. He ran a 4.27, and he's a lock first rounder. Jerry Jeudy ran what everyone expected him to, a 4.5 or, somewhere in the mid 4.4s, and that's exactly what he did. Jeudy Lamb ran much faster than a lot of people expected. I think people were expecting him, I'm pretty sure, to run in the 4.6s, but, just watching him his last 3 years at Oklahoma, he's a great athlete. He ran a 4.5 and showed that he's no slouch, and he's definitely going top 15. The tight ends overall were pretty slow in the 40. Albert O definitely did surprise me running a 4.4, but guys like Bryson Hopkins and Adam Trautman definitely did show their route running ability and just the explosiveness. Adam Trautman from Dayton, he ran a 4.8, but he definitely doesn't run routes like a 4.8 player. So yeah, I'm expecting those guys to go somewhere in the second or third round, but overall, we didn't get to see the 40 time broken, and Jordan Love and Justin Herbert looks pretty solid, but I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow. I think it's the running backs, offensive linemen, and that's right, special teams. So we're going to see, how fast kickers and punters can run. But I'm definitely looking forward to DeAndre Swift. I think he's probably going to run in the 4.5s. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'm really looking forward to his showing in the athletic testing. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to run sub 4.4. He's going to absolutely blaze it up. J.K. Dobbins, I'm sure, is going to have a quick time as well. But, offensive linemen, I'm really looking forward to seeing Jedrick Wills run, Andrew Thomas, Tristan Wirfs, Mekhi Becton, Josh Jones. There's a number of guys that you just want to get a feel for what kind of athletes they are. And, I think we're definitely going to see that on day 2 of the combine. So that's it for this one, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment in the comment section if you feel like leaving some feedback. And as always, it's fins up, baby. Can't wait for day 2. We've got the running backs, offensive linemen. Cheers, guys.